been here since 77 though, so 40 years. I've been here almost 20 years. It's got a great history. Everyone from Mark Bolan, Primal Scream did their first album here, right up to like UK grime and hip hop now, Wiley, Roots Maneuver.
It's been a bit of an ongoing battle anyway because of the changes in the music industry and the pressures that come along with that. But you know, it was kind of picking up and we were doing pretty well, and you know, able to kind of keep going. And
with Alaska, the different changes in the industry has meant that there's maybe a different kind of client that we get now. So business isn't maybe as busy as it was in the recording studio, but we're still very busy for rehearsals.
But yeah, really found out that it was properly closing only a few months ago, really. And even then, because we'd won a lot of the battles, it was like, oh, is it really going to close? Probably not. This is just another thing we'll get through.
It's a real shame to hear about it closing down,
yeah.
And so that's why we actually organised a little reunion farewell rehearsal here.
And it's places like this that are, you know, like little gems dotted around, you know, especially, you know, like say Democracy Street and things like that. Terrible. So yeah, it's going. And it's, you know, it's all just about money as well.
Well, pretty annoyed by that, to be honest, because everything else is about twice as expensive and not as friendly. And, you know, this place has got a load of history as well. So, I mean, like, 40 years of this place, for it to be closing down now, I think that's a shame.
I've got a nice old Roland keyboard, which is super heavy and I couldn't carry around with me. But because I could rent a rack here, it meant that I could put it in the rack and I could come down here whenever I wanted and get it out and play it. And so for the last few months, I've been coming down here very regularly, usually about twice a week.
Been using Alaska for probably about 7 years now, off and on, to and fro in different bands. Use it all the time. It's a really nice location, great staff, great atmosphere, really good kit, looked after. It's nice big rooms, good sound, and it's just. I mean, this is a great location. So you know, all of us in the band live different places. So I really don't know. We'll have to look into that. Yeah, stay.
We're selling off all the equipment, which is a bit sad because when you sell off the equipment, we've sold the desk. We've sold the desk in the recording studio.
I am aware that it has a history, and I think it's very sad that Alaska Studios history is going to be finished. I think it's going to be sad to see that end.
I mean, I come from Italy, and you know, internationally, London is music capital. So I was like, okay, in London they're going to find so many places to play and stuff. But if in London they're closing this stuff, where else can we go? Like, you know, if the capital of music is closing down, where else can you go?
It's happening all across London. It's like the same thing that's happening in Chinatown. All the Chinese restaurants are being forced out of Chinatown, which is stupid. All the local businesses are being forced out of Waterloo, which is stupid. And then half the people in this neighbourhood are objecting to stuff. The stuff that's being opened around here that's just catering to a middle class audience, and you can entirely understand why. It's just, yeah, it's running everybody out of town.
People look back on this and they'll go, it's such a shame, because there's so many, it's like I said, there used to be loads of places like this, probably in like the 70s when you started, you know what I mean? There was millions of the places, you know what I mean? But now, you're probably one of the last ones, you know? So, wow. Yeah, we're sad.
Incredibly sad about it. Incredibly sad that kids and my grandchildren won't get to know the industry or the London that we knew, the London where you could actually have an idea and make it happen because there was a cheaper place to do it in. You know, most of the young musicians aren't working. Most of them don't have jobs or incomes, so they're saving up to come in and rehearse. And we try and keep it lower in the daytime so that they can afford to do that. But now even the low is out of their reach. So it's really hard. I mean, but I think largely, even with the changes in the industry, it's the property prices that are going to wipe all the creative industries out of the arches. Yeah. You know, it's an old building and we're in a railway arch. You know, it moves and it breathes almost. So to do that is quite a money-intensive thing to do, and it's just beaten us really.